So an update on the Milton End progress, but before we get talking through that, we did listen to the earlier matches where there was problems and queues with toilets. So some of these areas in both the northeast and the southeast corners have been repurposed. The southeast corner will have an additional toilet block, and so will the northeast corner. But to demonstrate that, we'll upload drawings a bit later so that fans can review. So if you come on through now, you can see that the terraces have been cast. They're due for completion round about sort of last week in January, first week in February. And then the first batch of rail seating arrives the second week in February. They'll take 10 days to install. So this area will be complete sort of third week in February. As we come out here, you can see the extent of the seating now, which is extended over further than was previous, and the stand roof has got to be extended over that and the new buildings that sit in this area. And within this area we've got a disabled toilet area, we've got a repurposed block here that serves the south stand toilet, we've got an additional concession that serves the south stand, and we've got the men's toilets that serve the Milton End coming down the rear staircase. So these buildings will start the first week of February, and they are 2 weeks behind, mainly due to the amount of foundations and obstructions we found when we removed the areas where the lighting columns were. And we're just clearing through some soil conditions which relate to a planning addition before we start. But we're anticipating no further delays, and as you can see at the moment the drainage is being installed. So this lower level area is another of the DDA sections which has got helpers and wheelchair spaces, and they're accessible from this area here, which comes in via the southeast corner, and their WC facilities are just here. So there's been some sort of inquiries about this temporary steel structure. It was installed when we moved the legs over this part of the ground, and within the next few weeks this will be taken away. It was all a temporary measure, so it's no permanent fixture. There's no additional steels within the stand. So these are the current views of the new terracing, and they're all sat around C65, C70. As you can see, they give you great cover over the pitch. And if we move into the old section of the stand where we're C35 and 40, you can see the difference. So you can see by this shot the amount of height that's been gained by overcasting the terraces to obtain that C65, C70. We've increased the heights around about 300 to 400 throughout the stand. So beyond the wall in Specs Lane, you would see that we've already started the foundations, which some steel stanchions go down onto. Those steel stanchions come up that existing retaining wall, and the steel then connects to this reinforced beam here and oversails the retaining wall by 500 mil. And so you can see the increased terrace and concourse areas through here, more than triple. Within this area, we've got 4 concessions, each that sell alcohol, and in the middle we've got a cellar that operates all 4 concessions.